When it's 130 degrees in the shade, it's tough to get cool. That's the case for troops serving in the harsh desert climate of Southwest Asia.
Of course, it's a much harsher environment than we can find here in the States.
Tents provide some relief, but can be inefficient and major energy hogs. Expeditionary bases can use up to 10 megawatts of energy and as much as 13,000 gallons of fuel per day. The fuel to power the camps comes by convoy, and working that detail is a dangerous job, frequently resulting in injuries or death to the troops. The goal of a joint project between the Air Force and the Army, called Advanced Energy Efficient Shelter Systems for Contingency Basing and Other Applications, is to reduce energy use at expeditionary bases by 50%. That would also cut the number of convoys. Researchers from the Air Force Civil Engineer Center created and tested energy-saving features. Now 8 tents outfitted with those new features, along with 7 tents from the Army, are at an expeditionary base in Southwest Asia for a real-world test.
Over there, we expect to see 125 to 130 degrees, sandstorms. You know, the actual environment that the shelters will have to survive in.
New features include insulated tent liners, more efficient environmental control units, which means using 1 unit to cool 2 tents instead of the current 1-to-1 ratio. Solar panels on tent flies to generate power for the base. Hardscape doors instead of tent flaps to keep the cool air in, and more efficient lighting. Researchers will monitor the tents and gather data.
We'll be looking at the efficiencies, how cool we keep the shelters, how much power it demands in that environment. The main thing we want to do is get the field evaluation of the people that are actually over there in that environment.
Reducing energy demand will save money and lives.
The big issues is keeping the troops out of harm's way, keeping them off the fuel convoys, and that not only saves lives, but it frees up troops to actual operational missions.
Phase 2 of the project continues stateside with testing on large tents, more efficient liners, reflective coatings, and drop-down ceilings. Phase 3 will be a follow-on demonstration in an expeditionary environment in 2015.